Good morning, East Jackson.
I'm Junior.
And I'm Haley. And this is East Jackson Action News.
Today is Friday, January 13th. Today's lunch choices are cheese pizza or bean and cheese burritos served with kale salad, carrot sticks, cherry tomatoes, celery with dip, and frozen strawberries. That's choice 1, cheese pizza, and choice 2, bean and cheese burrito. Tomorrow's breakfast choice is breakfast honey buns.
At this time, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the East Jackson Pledge. We, the Eagles of East Jackson Elementary, pledge to respect and help each other, take care of our school, and be responsible for achieving our goals.
Please remain standing for the moment of silence. Think about your goals and what you'd like to accomplish today.
Stay tuned for some special announcements.
54 years ago, I have a dream.
On January 15th, 1929, an African-American boy was born to his mother and father. His name was Michael Luther King, Jr. As a young boy, Michael grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. It was a difficult time in the world. He always found it difficult to play with some of the other boys in town. Their parents never let poor Michael play with their kids. He didn't realize it at the time, but the color of his skin would be the cause of many injustices for the rest of his life. Michael's father took over his father's job as pastor of Ebenezer Baptist Church. His family had always had an active role in the church since before Michael was born. At the age of 6, Michael and his family traveled to Europe. While visiting Germany, Michael and his father changed their names to Martin Luther King and Martin Luther King, Jr. At the age of 15, Martin graduated from high school. Years later, after attending many colleges, Martin moved to Boston, where he graduated from Boston University. While living in Boston, he met and married Coretta Scott, and 2 sons and 2 daughters were born into the family. While having a happy life at home with his wife and kids, he still felt he had a calling larger than himself. Over the years, Martin was part of many peace protests. He preached for peace and for equal rights for not only African Americans, but for every person in the world. One of his most important moments was called the bus boycott. The bus boycotts began as a movement driven by the need for equal rights and desegregation of the public bus system. But as time went on, these boycotts became headline news. On these buses, people with white skin could sit in the front of the bus, but African Americans had to sit in the back or give up their seat to that of their white counterparts. Thanks to Martin and another now famous woman, Rosa Parks, the Supreme Court found the segregation to be unconstitutional. Martin became a world figure and was named Man of the Year by Time magazine. Martin made many speeches in his life, but his most memorable and historical one was held in Washington, D.C. Over 250,000 people flooded the Washington Monument to hear Martin's I Have a Dream speech.
So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring. When we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
From that moment on, even after his assassination, Martin Luther King Jr. cemented his name, among many others, as an American icon and revolutionary. Now the world, while not perfect, can see everyone for who they are and not for the color of their skin.
This concludes today's edition of East Jackson Action News.
Remember, expect more, achieve more.
Have a great day.